So last week we were talking, and I was thinking,
Yeah.
let's watch American Beauty because I remember it being awesome, or at least me saying it was awesome. Go down to the old archives. I'm looking for about 5 seconds, and then I realize, oh shit, I don't even have that movie. So I'm like, fuck, okay, maybe Seamus can download it and we'll watch it that way.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. But then I'm scrolling through the library, and it just like a beacon. Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu Hustle.
One of the all-time great martial arts films. And I was like, wow, that's a movie, A, I haven't watched in a while.
True.
And B, it has kind of a history with us.
Yeah, it does.
Back in the first year of college, when we were up at Canada or North Bay, Seamus was like, oh, we got to check out this movie called Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah.
So we go up into my dorm room, and I pop it in, and I have
burned DVD.
Yeah, and I have a TV that's, 10 inches?
13.
Yeah, it was a 13. It was teeny tiny, right? So there's a few of us in my little dorm room, crouched around this tiny TV, and we watched just one of the most beautiful films of all time.
And I do remember, we were going to watch it, and then, maybe someone else, and, a few other guys were like, oh, yeah, we'll check it out, and I'll maybe leave and do something else. And, everyone stayed and watched the whole thing on this little fucking TV.
Kung Fu Hustle, it draws you in. From 2004, from Stephen Chow.
Yeah.
He wrote it, directed it, starred in it.
He did, yeah.
And he created a great comedy movie, a great martial arts film.
Yes.
I have nothing bad to say about it.
Absolutely. No.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good. So good.
Yeah, there's not.
I didn't even take notes because I was so excited to watch this movie. I was just like, I just want to.
I scribbled a few things down.
I just want to stare into it. And
it was hard to make notes because I just didn't want to miss a single bit of the action. So Stephen Chow, he stars in it. He plays a guy named Singh, more or less. That's what they say his name is. I mean, they're never mentioned by name, really.
Yeah.
So he plays this guy who's like a street kid, basically, and he wants to be a badass. He wants to join the big gang in, I'm guessing it's Hong Kong they're in, or China or something.
Somewhere, yeah.
And he wants to join the Axe Gang. Led by a funny fella with some of the worst teeth I've ever seen on a human being.
What?
The leader of the Axe Gang?
No. That guy's the leader of the other gang.
The leader of the Axe Gang has black teeth.
No.
Did you not? Yes, he does.
No.
He's right at the beginning. He throws the axe. He shoots the girl in the back. He has black teeth.
Oh, I thought you were talking about what's the other gang that they kill in the beginning?
I don't know.
Because he's got bad teeth, too.
Yes, he does.
Okay, all right.
Terrible teeth. But
I didn't
not
know.
as bad as the Axe Gang guy's teeth are black.
No, that's because he's chewing tobacco the whole time.
No, man, he's smoking, too.
I didn't notice that.
I don't know how you didn't notice the black teeth.
Nah.
Anyways, horrifying. But pretty brutal gang, the Axe Gang. Right away, you see a guy's leg get sliced off.
Yeah, that was fun.
In beautiful fashion. And the way Steven uses slow motion, it's really well done. There's not too much slow-mo.
No.
There's a right amount of mo.
Right about a slow-mo.
Right amount of mo. And it's not too slow.
There's moderate use of mo.
Moderate mo use.
Yeah.
And holy shit. So anyways, this guy wants to be leader. Oh, he wants to join the Axe Gang. But he's really kind of a good guy, even though he wants to be bad. Because he thinks good guys finish last.
Yeah.
He's like, good guys do not get ahead. And I learned this firsthand as a child, trying to be tough.
Because he got pissed on.
Got pissed on by some bullies. Which is such an odd scene. And they really hold the pissing.
Oh, yeah.
For it's like a good 10 seconds of screen time of this group of kids pissing on this poor little Stephen Chow. Or I guess Singh in the movie.
He's got a sidekick.
Yep.
What's his name?
I looked at it. It said Bone.
He's fat. He's fat.
Yeah, he's a chubby fella. And again, he's never referenced really by name. So I'm just going by what the IMDb said.
So they roll into this little village.
Pigsty Alley.
And they're trying to pretend they're in the Axe Gang.
Yes.
To get fucking free haircuts.
More or less, and some spare change.
Yeah. Not much. For a bit of a drink.
No, Pigsty Alley is like Kowloon Palace in Hong Kong, the walled city of Kowloon. Anywho,
okay,
they go in to try to shake down this Pigsty Alley. Yeah. Turns out they're not putting up with their shit.
Yeah.
So there's this really funny scene because they're not, the guy who's cutting the hair is not going to give him his cash box.
Yeah.
So Singh goes out. He's like, all right, you guys. Let's go. And he starts calling people out of the crowd to fight. He's like, hey, you little guy, get up here and fight me.
Yeah.
And the guy stands up and he's like 7 feet fucking tall. Like, whoa, no. You sit down. I wasn't pointing
You're tricking me.
So he points to like this old guy who's like a senior citizen, glasses. Like, all right, old man, you get up here. You got something to say to me? Old man makes his way through the crowd. Fucking bodybuilder body.
Yeah.
Right?
Gets a woman next.
Yeah. And the woman punches him in the stomach. He just like spits blood out.
He's like, I can't fight a woman.
Yeah, I'm not going to fight a woman. You sit down. It's actually really funny.
Oh, yeah.
Beyond being awesome martial arts stuff, it's really funny.
It reminded me of the humor. It reminded me of like Monty Python.
Totally. Totally. And
like Three Stooges.
Yes,
like the slapstick of it.
Very cartoonish to it in some scenes.
Oh, yeah.
One of the things about watching, especially Kung Fu Hustle, in a lot of other martial arts films, you can get away with the dubbing because you're not missing a lot of dialogue, right?
Yeah.
But with Kung Fu Hustle, because it is very comedic, if you watch it with dubbing and then with subtitles, it's funnier with subtitles.
Totally, absolutely.
Because you get to see you hear the emotion in their voice,
and
you hear where their jokes are. Even though you don't understand what they're saying, you have to read what they're saying.
You can understand the inflection.
Exactly. And with comedy, if you don't have that, you can kind of miss some of the bits. And even some of the dubbing doesn't translate the same. It's worded weird.
Yeah, for sure.
Or it's not as funny.
Yeah.
So in this Kung Fu Hustle type world, it seems like there's a lot of Kung Fu masters just hanging around.
Well, seemingly in Pigsty Alley.
Especially in Pigsty Alley.
And they didn't even know they were Kung Fu masters.
No, they keep it quiet, man. So anyway, Stephen Chow, he's like, he realizes he's totally outnumbered and everybody in this town could probably beat the shit out of him because he has zero fighting skills. So he's like, all right, well, I'm just going to call my gang the Axe Gang. And he throws this, like, firecracker up. And he's like, now you're going to be in trouble. Sure enough, the firecracker goes off. And guess who's around the corner? The actual fucking Axe Gang. They're like, what the fuck's going on? Were they just walking by?
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Checking shit out.
And then, Steven throws a firecracker and it hits one of the guys and blows his hat off.
Yeah.
And they come in and they're like, who threw that? And Stephen Chow points at, like, the landlady.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, they threw that firecracker. I'm with you guys. So the Axe Gang tries to fuck some people up there.
And then all of a sudden, that guy...
It don't go well.
He's in, like, a trash can.
Yep.
Like,
and they're
back
like,
broken. What happened?
What happened?
Couldn't see. Weird.
Some kick came out of nowhere, but you never saw who threw it because it was so goddamn quick. So they actually shoot up their real firecracker to call in the actual full scope of the Axe Gang. And then next thing you know, the Axe Gang has like some kids and a woman pouring
gasoline. It's like, fucking like, holy shit.
It starts to get really serious.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, you're going to show us who threw that kick or I'm lighting these fuckers on fire, right? Yeah. And sure enough, this dude who's like a laborer catches the lighter. Yeah. He's like, I threw the kick. And he was just the guy that was like, they called him a coolie. And he just loads bags of stuff and walks around with them. So he's kind of a ripped dude.
Yeah.
And he's just loading all these bags, and he's super strong. Turns out he's also a fucking kung fu master.
Yeah.
And he knows the style of the 12 kicks taught by the Tam school.
Yeah.
So anyways, all of a sudden, he starts fighting the entire Axe Gang. And there's like, I don't know, 250 of them?
Yeah, and that scene's like, to me, it was very Matrix-y.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's cartoony too because he's throwing a kick and it's like blasting a guy like 30 feet in the air.
Yeah, now here's something I wanted to ask you. So, you're a big martial arts fan in movies.
Totally.
Do you prefer the like non-wired like stunts of martial arts?
To be honest, I've never seen like Crouching Tiger.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I've never seen that movie.
Yeah, okay.
But
this one has like it's wires. Like it's not realistic in the fighting.
This one's just done so awesome, and the music is so good during the fight
done by
scenes.
Stephen Chow.
Yeah, what the fuck? This guy is how do we not have more?
It's too much.
He's too good.
Yeah.
So this movie, I love that stuff. Usually, I'm more of a practical martial arts movie kind of guy.
Right,
like a lot of the Jackie Chan stuff, he does not use wires or anything.
Stuff,
Especially like the original Drunken Master. Mm-hmm. It's just some really beautiful kung fu. But there's no, there is a plot, but there's nothing really funny or that great about it. Whereas Kung Fu Hustle, I could pretty much watch once a week and be entertained on many different levels.
Yeah.
Like the Drunken Master has Kung Fu and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. And drinking, I guess.
You could watch you can watch just the comedy scenes in Kung Fu Hustle and get be entertained. Out of it.
Yeah, you might not even like the fight stuff, but the comedy is really good. And the music, like I said, is really good.
Really good, actually.
So anyways, it turns out 12 Kicks, the coolie, isn't the only martial arts guy in town. There's also a gay tailor.
Taylor, yeah.
Who is like the Iron Fist. So he gets all his tailoring rings,
yeah.
And he puts them around his wrist, and he starts running around just fucking guys up.
Yeah.
And he's like breaking their axes with his ring forearms.
Yeah.
Then there's another guy who's the pasta baker or pasta maker in Pigsty Alley, and he's like a bowmaster. Knows the style of the hexagon staff, and he's got like magical bow staffs. And as we've stated in a previous podcast, I'm a big fan of bow staffs.
Yeah.
And this guy can like fly through the air, and he's just. That gang starts getting their guns out. Well, Hexagon staff starts like smashing their guns, and the way he smacks them in the face with his bow staff, like the staff is bending as it hits the face, and you really hear the smack on the skin, and it like fires a guy to the ground.
Slow-mo.
Definitely in slow-mo, and it sounds so fucking devastating when he's hitting these guys. And then all of a sudden he's like spinning the bow staff, just smacking the fuck out of everybody, and it's shot so beautifully. They pan out to this like really wide shot of Pigsty Alley, and it's just dust clouds, and you can hear the bow staff just swinging and smacking guys.
Kicking the shit out of the axe.
It's just so fucking good. And then the dust settles. There's like bodies everywhere, and these three guys are just like heavily breathing, and they're totally seem fine.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, you don't fuck with Pigsty Alley, do you?
And they get kicked out of town.
Yeah, which is fucked. The landlady and the landlord kicked them out of town because they're worried that maybe more trouble's going to come now.
Yeah.
But then...
And it does.
It does come. It does come. And
then the Axe Gang starts getting like, oh, we got to hire an assassin to take these guys out.
So they hire the keyboard twins.
Holy shit.
Well, it's not really a keyboard. It's like a long stringed table instrument that fires knives and demons.
Yep.
And they have to play this deadly song.
Oh my God.
I gotta take a breath here.
Oh, well, throughout this too, you've learned now Stephen Chow has like healing powers.
Oh yeah, he can recover really quickly. There's a really funny scene.
You're also noticing that the landlady and landlord might have some powers too.
Yeah, they have something. The landlady can scream real good so far.
And run really quick.
Run fast, and the landlord is like Rubber Man.
Yeah.
He's got like a rubber ability. And oh my God, there's a really funny scene where Stephen Chow gets stabbed a bunch of times in a hilarious fashion, and it's just hard not to. I was in tears.
Yeah, he to join the Axe Gang, he needs to murder someone.
Yeah,
so he's gonna fucking murder
the landlady.
The landlady, because that's gonna look good for him. So he's trying to throw a knife at her, and it bounces off walls, sticks in his arm. Tries another one, like the handle comes off.
Yeah, and just the handle hits her. And she's like, "Who the hell's throwing the handles?"
And all the knives in them.
And then his buddy Bone picks up like a crate of snakes to throw at her. As he throws it over his head, they fall out onto Sing, and then they bite him in the lips.
Yeah.
So he's stabbed multiple times. He's got double cobra bites. So he takes off into his little hideout, and then he recovers, and he's fine.
No problem.
So it's like, okay, there's something kind of about him. Even though he can't fight, he wants to be bad, but doesn't do bad things, really. He's kind of an asshole.
Good-hearted.
He's kind of an asshole, but, deep down, he can't kill anybody. So anyways, the Axe Gang hires these two guys, these twins, I guess, or brothers or something, and they're like, oh, you guys are the greatest killers. We need the best killers. He's like, well, actually, no, we're not the best killers. The best killer of all time is the Beast.
Yeah, he's in jail.
He's in some kind of mental asylum guarded by the military. So anyways, we're actually not kung fu artists. We're just simple musicians that play a deadly song, which is this part. How he came up with this. Yeah. Okay, martial arts guys. One guy's got the rings. I've seen that. Yep, I've seen bow staffs.
Right.
Awesome kung fu guy. Seen that. I haven't seen musicians that can play ghost music and fire out knives and demons. Yeah. So these two fucking guys in the middle of the night just set up their instrument, and they're kind of diddling away on the strings, and the coolie guy, he's leaving town. The martial arts masters are leaving town. As he's walking, this is again, just his director vision is beautifully done. You see, it's almost like a silhouette scene.
Yeah.
Right? So Cooley's walking. You see the guy playing this very, actually, gentle, nice song on this stringed instrument. And then all of a sudden, you see a branch snap off.
Yeah, in the silhouettes,
Yeah,
and the cat.
And then you see a cat jumping to the next rooftop, and all of a sudden, the silhouette of the cat is in half, and you see some blood splatter. And then all of a sudden, Clue's like, what the fuck's going on? And he turns around, you hear a diddly-doo.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, his head comes off.
Yeah.
And he's done. Cooley's done. Like, in 2 seconds.
You kind of thought he was the main guy.
Yeah, this guy beat the shit out of 200 guys with just his bare feet.
And also, he's
hands.
like the very architectural, like, hero type.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
he's ripped, good looking,
young.
Kicked the shit out of a bunch of dudes. Dead in 2 seconds.
Just like that.
So, okay, that's weird. And then one of the musicians is in the tailor shop, and the tailor's packing up. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm leaving town. I can't help." He's like,
nice
"Oh, this is a nice fabric." He's like, "Oh, you know your fabrics." And all of a sudden, he's got like claw hands.
Yeah.
So he tries to fight the Iron Fist guy in the tailor shop. Iron Fist throws the rings on, fucks him up a bit, but then he gets to the instrument and
breaks his rings with the instrument.
Breaks his rings by shooting his ghost swords.
Oh my god!
At Iron Fist, but then Hexagon Staff joins the party. But he's got a different staff. These ones have little spears with like a red tie on them that makes them like extra magic.
Yeah.
And then they have this awesome bow staff battle with the ghost swords.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? It's so awesome. And then the musicians beat him, and those two are almost dead, right? And then the landlady's like, fuck, man, these guys are going to kill everybody. So she goes out, and she's just this very unassuming old lady. She's got the curlers.
They keep calling her fat.
She's not fat.
No, not at all. No, but like everyone calls her fat.
Yeah, fat old lady or something, or the fat landlady. Not fat. She's Asian fat though, right? Because they're all like super thin, probably because they live in poverty in the Pigsty Alley, and she's got maybe an extra 5 pounds, so she's a fat one. So, anyways, the musicians are just like, okay, let's fire our ghosts at her. And she breathes in and her chest expands. She's like, "Wah!" And she's got this shriek called the Lion's Roar.
Yeah.
And it totally blasts the demons back. It breaks the instrument.
Yeah, it breaks strings.
It totally strips the musicians of their clothing.
They're
it's
like,
awesome.
the Lion's Roar.
They're like, oh my God, the Lion's Roar. And they run away. It's also like, oh shit, she's got like an extra special magical kung fu. And just all the fight scenes are so well done.
What do you think your favorite fight scene is in the movie?
That's a good one. I love the fight scene. I think it's probably, it might be the first one with the three masters against the Axe Gang. Yeah.
My favorite is the three masters when they spar against each other.
Yeah, that little thing they have on the stairway.
Oh my God. This is like a minute of just like, and there's really not a lot of wires and stuff in that one until the end.
Like hand to hand, basically.
Yeah, that's my favorite. I like that one because it's just like a sparring and they're friendly. You know?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
So the Axe Gang realize, okay, the fucking keyboard twins are toast. Who do we get?
Let's get the Beast.
Let's go find this Beast.
We got to break him out. Let's get Stephen Chow to go break him out.
Apparently, he's really good at lock picking.
Yeah.
So they send him in, and he finds the Beast, who is just like a 68-year-old bald Asian guy with glasses that wears a tank top and flip-flops. Yep. He has absolutely no muscle on him, and he looks like the most unassuming guy. So they bring him back to the Axe Gang's base, I guess. And the leader of the Axe Gang is like, this is the Beast? And Steven's like,
you got the wrong guy.
He's like, no, this is the cell you told me to get. He was the dude. And then they're like, well, are you the Beast? If you can't prove it, we're not paying you. He's like, you actually don't have to pay me because all I'm looking for is to either be killed or kill the best. That's all he wants out of life. He's so obsessed with Kung Fu, he has no need for money. Yeah. He doesn't want money.
Yeah, I like that.
Find me a worthy adversary is all he wants. Well, they find the Lion's Roar and Rubber Guy.
Yeah. The something twins or the lovers.
The fated lovers or something.
Yeah. Who are like world famous, I guess.
I guess. Yeah. And great Kung Fuists.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so the Beast, you know.
Oh, to prove that he's the Beast.
Oh yeah.
Pulls a gun, grabs a gun, shoots himself in the head, but grabs the bullet.
Catches the bullet, and then the whole Axe Gang just freaks out and like bows to him.
Yeah, you're the real deal.
Bullets with his fingers? Huh. So anyways, he's like, all right, well, I'll find. Guess what? Turns out the lovers are actually at the base because they're stalking the Axe Gang.
Yeah, they want to end the Axe Gang.
So the Beast throws this kick and he's able to like split through a wall with just his martial arts.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. And they have a pretty good back and forth.
Yep.
It's like a casino. And there's a really cool scene where she does the Lion's Roar and it kind of works on, it blows him back a little bit, but he's the Beast, right? It doesn't kill him or hurt him, but he gets like really sexually aroused at the fact that holy shit, this is the lion's roar I'm fighting. Yeah. Now I have a worthy adversary. So they go back and forth again, and later on she gets this like bell, and they break the top of the bell off, and her husband holds the bell, and she does her lion's roar into the bell,
amplified,
and it fucking destroys like the whole building basically. And it's he kind of says like, oh, okay, I give, but then shoots this like what's that thing? That little flower with a pin that he shoots into them and stabs them both. And then they get into this 3-way like jujitsu lockup where they're all like, it's like a stalemate, you know?
Yeah.
They're all locked into place and they can't move. So the leader of the Axings gives a board to Steven, like, hey, go
bash them.
Go bash them in the skull. Well, Steven finally comes to his senses. He's like, okay, maybe I'm not a bad guy. Smashes the Axe leader in the head and actually smashes the beast in the head with the board.
Yeah, that doesn't go well for him.
And that just pisses the beast off, right? He just erupts in this fury of power, blows the other two off of him, and punches Stephen Chow's heart out of his body.
And face into jelly.
Yeah. Which apparently was a good thing.
Yeah, because then he's reborn.
Yeah, the two masters like rescue him during the kerfuffle and take him back. And they're like, wow, who would have thought the beating from the beast would actually unlock his chi flow? And he is the one true master?
He's Jesus?
Yeah, kinda. He's Buddha.
He's Buddha.
He's Buddha. Yeah. Or he knows like the Buddhist palm style.
Yeah, and that's cool too. He doesn't just pop in, he goes like through the whole building.
Oh fuck. So anyways, now Stephen Chow is the greatest master of all time.
Yeah.
Because they unlocked his chi flow.
And he's going to fight the beast.
So, yeah.
And then turns out the beast has frog powers.
Yes. Which nobody talked about until obviously he got in this weird crouch and his quads exploded.
Well, there was frogs when they break him out.
Right.
All in his cell and stuff.
Oh, there was too.
Yeah.
I didn't even catch that foreshadowing. Yeah. So, yeah, anyways, the last fight's really good. Stephen Chow has to fight like 200 Aztec
he's
guys.
Just kicking the shit out of him in like a pinball scene.
Yeah, and he's like ding, 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 and they're just flying. And I love that, you know. Generally, that's not my favorite type of martial arts, like fight movie, right?
Yeah, where it's so fake.
It's so fake, but it's just so well done.
So cartoony.
It is, but the sound, like the sound effects, great Foley work again. I love giving shout out to great Foley work. And just the sounds of the kicks are really good, and it's still... Even though, I mean, obviously it's like cartoonish and fake, it still looks really good.
Yeah.
You know? And that's a great fight scene, the end fight. And then he finally fights the beast. It's a one-on-one, and Stephen Chow's pretty goddamn powerful, but the beast turns into the frog, or it's Toad style,
yeah,
really.
Toad, yeah.
Toad style. And he shoots Stephen Chow up in the air, which gives way to my personal favorite bit in the entire movie. So Stephen Chow gets launched into, like, the stratosphere, I guess?
Yeah.
So as he's flying up, he's not unconscious, but he's not under his own power. It's the beast has thrown him up in the air. So Stephen Chow like recovers out of the fall, but then like jumps onto a passing hawk, and like presses off the hawk even further up in the air and does this like Buddhist palm style from the sky.
Yeah, and he's gonna dive bomb.
I mean, we've basically covered the whole entire film, but it's so fucking good. I remember I watched this with a couple of close friends a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Saying, you love this movie. It's almost cartoonish, but it's so well done.
Right.
And they didn't like it.
What?
Yeah.
Who are these people?
Callie and Adam.
What? Adam didn't like it? Why?
And I was just fucking devastated.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Don't ask me why, because I don't know.
Oh.
I'm like, how did you not like it? Are you just heartless?
No boyhood wonder.
Is there no wonder left in your life where you can't accept a little bit of kung fu magic?
Aww.
This movie has everything. It's probably one of my favorite kung fu movies of all time.
Yeah.
So who is your favorite master?
Ooh.
Of all the fighters, who's your favorite?
Probably the musicians.
Mine too.
Because I've never seen that. Like, even Frog Guy, I've kind of seen before.
At least an interpretation in an anime or something.
He kind of reminded me of the B Guy in Ninja Scroll.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so it's like kind of seen that. Like
it's
everything
an animal
else.
style.
Yeah, I liked, and then after that, it's the Ring Guy.
Yeah,
because he's very gay too.
obviously gay.
And then like he's very clumsy too.
Yeah,
like
he falls down a lot, and he like pranks.
I think that's
weird.
funny.
It's hilarious.
It's funny.
But he's a fucking badass.
Yeah.
He's a great kung fu master. But yeah, the keyboard twins are my favorite too because again, it's such an original take, and they're not really like they say they're not fighters.
And the music's cool with it. That goes with it.
It's a beautiful. We should get one of those. Can we
get
one?
Yeah.
We could play it together and like shoot ghost swords at people.
Oh fuck! Yeah, it takes a lot of practice.
But imagine how like awesome it'd be to like trim your trees in your backyard.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good.
I just like play this song for 20 minutes and boom, I've landscaped my whole yard.
No problem.
Yeah, using ghost swords. So yeah, holy shit, what a film.
Have you seen Stephen Chow's other movies?
The Shaolin Soccer?
Well, there's that. There's CBJ.
What's that one?
That's it's like his version of E.T.
Oh no, I don't think I've seen that.
There's Journey to the West.
No, I've only seen Shaolin Soccer and Kung Fu Hustle 45 times. What do you think's your favorite? Do you have what's your favorite funny scene in the movie?
We didn't talk about it, but there's this woman who runs like a candy
as a child, he tried to rescue her from the bullies, and she's like a mute or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and she runs like a candy little stand.
Yeah, she sells ice cream and such.
Yeah, and so he steals some ice cream and hops on like a streetcar going away, and just how he's laughing, like he's just like. He wants to be so bad, but he's trying so hard to be bad.
It's a very anime laugh. Too. Like, he's got his tongue so far out, it's covered in ice cream. He's like,
the knife scene is so good too.
The what scene?
The knife scene.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
My favorite part is when he gets covered in cobras.
Yeah.
And the fat guy's like, "Oh, I'll whistle, and the whistling will calm them down." And they're like hissing right in the face. He's like, "No, don't whistle," and they hiss even closer. He's like, "Okay, I'll give it a shot." He goes like, and then they immediately latch onto his lips.
That whole part is so funny. Like
and there's a hilarious chase scene between he and the landlady where it's like a Bugs Bunny
straight
cartoon.
out of Looney Tunes.
Yeah, totally.
For sure.
Like their feet are just like rotating really quickly, and they're doing like 100 kilometers an hour down the road. They're like running under trucks and stuff. And she does this flip over the truck and lands, like hits a billboard or something. And you just see like a bunch of her curlers and a bra and a slipper fly off.
And then like when people fall or crash, you always hear like the cat.
Yeah. It's so funny. It's got a 7.7 on IMDb.
He was nominated for Best Foreign Picture at the Golden Globes that year.
Yeah. Bill Murray said that this could be the death of like American comedies because this movie is so goddamn funny. Or he said something like
that. Something along those lines where it's like, you got to change up a bit.
Yeah.
Just like change the game.
Yeah. Not all like domestic movies have to be about partying and farts and stuff to be funny.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because this is so good.
And it's like simple comedy. Like you can show a kid this and he'll laugh just as much as we did.
This is this is easily a family movie. Yeah. Maybe other than the piss scene. No, you see the dicks or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no swearing.
No.
There is a little bit of anti-gay stuff. Like the landlady is pretty hard on the ring guy, calls him a fairy all the time.
Yeah.
Which doesn't age that well.
So,
but, in China you can get away with that shit. But yeah, like
Hong Kong, but anyways.
This is a fun movie for the whole family as far as I would show if I had kids, I would have no hesitation showing my kids this.
A little bit of, I guess it might get spooky for the musician scene a bit.
Yeah, it's kind of dark and guy's head comes off. There's the ghosts.
Yeah, there's a bit of violence. But anyway, it's PG-13, let's say.
Yeah. So I also thought, the landlady, her style is lion's roar.
Yeah.
To me, I thought it sounded way more like a banshee shriek.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's more banshee than lion.
Yeah. That's all.
It's a very high pitch. Lion, sorry, but
it reminds me of that Mortal Kombat character.
I've seen Planet Earth.
Sindel?
I have no idea. I know what Mortal Kombat is.
Yeah, Sindel. She was in one of the movies.
Other than the first game, I don't know any characters.
Number 3.
No, it's above me. I've only seen the first movie too, so if it's not Sonya Blade,
the second
I don't know.
movie is hot piece of trash.
Is that Annihilation?
It's so funny.
Is that Annihilation?
Yeah. It's so funny. Makes zero sense. It's so good.
So I think this is one of the best kung fu films of all time.
Yeah,
honestly, Kung Fu Hustle, because it's got great fight scenes.
Great
fight scenes. It's funny. It's beautifully shot. Like you can just appreciate the art of it.
There's no filler here either.
No, it's 100 minutes.
Yeah.
and it's nonstop. There's always something to look at.
Yeah.
The fight scenes are beautiful. The music's fantastic. The cinematography, right? Like he does these wide shots where you see the whole Pigsty Alley, you see the whole battle. Then he gets close, the right amount of slow motion. You don't miss anything.
It's great.
You know? So
and Stephen Chow turns into Jesus.
Buddha.
Yeah, whatever.
Buddha
Jesus. But he's got the white, so I think it's Jesus.
Yeah, he's not fat like Buddha.
Yeah, I know. He's
so yeah, fuck. Kung Fu Hustle. Don't sleep on this film. And if you don't like it,
you're a piece of trash.
You need to take a look at your life and wonder why you have no joy in it.
Yeah, no boyhood wonder.
No.
Filled with hate.